Hello everyone, welcome back to another video today. And this is the first review for this week. And this is Premier League Game Week 10. And we had an awesome Game Week 9. Some amazing result, some controversies, and some really big surprises. And now we are on to the Game Week 10. And the first match I'm going to preview is Wolves versus Everton. And this is a very enticing match in its own way. Because in the last week, Wolves came with a 1-1 draw against Leeds United, conceding a 94th minute penalty to Rodrigo and drawing that. Whereas previous week they bounced back 2-0 down against Aston Villa and won 2-3. While Everton Football Club were 2-1 up against Watford around 70-75th minute, and then in the last 15-20 minutes it was Everton 2, Watford 5. Everton 2, Watford 5, conceding 4 goals in a period of 15 to 20 minutes. A major collapse, a lot of injury crisis. So it's a very enticing fixture for some side because one is on a momentum and one has lost last 2 matches in a row. And one can continue losing momentum and one can build momentum. So with this, moving on to the last meetings between these two sides. And since Wolves have been promoted towards the Premier League, these have been the results between the two sides. In the first season when Wolves came to the Premier League, it was 2-2 draw for them at the Molineux Stadium and they won 1-3-1 at Goodison Park. Then the next season, Everton won 3-2 at Goodison Park and they were 3-0 destroyed at Molineux Stadium. Last season though, Everton beat Wolves at Goodison Park 1-0 and they won in Molineux Stadium 1-2. And if you look at the player stats, then Richarlison has scored 5 goals versus Wolves in these above matches and Jimenez has scored 4 goals against Wolves in the above matches. So these will be very, very big players in this fixture if both sides want to get something out of it. Now moving on to the injury news, and with Everton we know that Doucouré is out, Calvert-Lewin is also out, and Yerry Mina could be back but he's doubtful because he's been out for some time and they're missing him. And moving on to the Wolves, then we know that Neto is out, Johnny is out, Marcel most probably will return for this match. So with this we move on to the likely lineup that we can see from both the sides. And with Everton is going to be Jordan Pickford as the number 1 goalkeeper. And then it's going to be Seamus Coleman. I think if Yerry Mina is fit, he'll play. So it's going to be Yerry Mina, Michael Keane, Lucas Dean, back 4. And then for me, it's going to be Townsend. It's going to be Davies and Allen in the middle. And then it's going to be, I think it's going to be Ashley Gordon playing at the right. I think because of the way that Ashley Gordon is a very highly rated youngster by Everton fans. And he also played very well in the last game against Bedford till the time he was on the pitch. Whereas Rondon has really put bad performances and fans are also angry that he's been preferred over Gordon. So Gordon is going to play at the right and then it's going to be Gray and Richarlison. With Richarlison coming back, there is no excessive need for Everton to play a Rondon. They can play Richarlison as an aerial threat because Richarlison can hold the ball up if sometimes required. He has got good heading ability and Gray has got good creative ability and then you got Gordon and Townsend along in the wings. So you have got a threatening lineup who can score goals. While the opponent Wolves, they will have Joseph as the goalkeeper. They will have Tillman, Cody Size, a very reliable player right now and making good momentum. And then it's going to be Semedo and Marcel at the right and left wing respectively. And it's going to be Neves, who in the last match was a bit unfit as per the manager, but he will be back. And Moutinho in the midfield along with him. And then it's going to be Adama Traore, Hwang and Jimenez as a front 3. These were the lineups. Moving on to the last part of the video, and that's the prediction. And you're going to be surprised because one can say that because both sides have a lot of goals in them, defense can concede. It could be 2-2, it could be 3-3, it could be 1-1, it could be 2-2. On the other hand, many people will think that Wolves at home and Wolves are in momentum, they'll win. And then Everton have lost their last 2 games. But on the third one, you think Rafael Benitez. Wolves are inconsistent. Everton still on their day can defend. We've seen them got some good wins this season. And I think it's a tough match to say because Wolves have momentum. Everton are going down right now, 2 defeats in a row. But Everton overall this season have performed magnificently well. Wolves have slowly started finding momentum. Overall, Wolves also have some injuries and overall, Wolves also are missing players like Pedro Neto, Johnny, who has been out for a very, very long time, Pedro Neto, who has been out for a long time, and attackingly, still they have Adama, Hwang, Jimenez, but still, if Neto was there, that could have been more threatening. If overall is still very handleable by the Everton defense. And on the other hand, Everton have no Calvert-Lewin, Everton have no Doucouré, which makes a lot of difference. And therefore, the midfield is very inconsistent. And I think Everton, Rafael Benitez will go very defensive in this match because he will value a point over a defeat. And I think Wolves at the moment in some matches we see them score goals, but overall their front line still properly hasn't fired. In the 2-3 match, it was scoring from corners, set pieces, and Havang has played well. Jimenez has slowly started finding momentum, but overall, still that final part of the game is missing. And therefore, I think Wolves will not able to break down a defensive, resilient Everton. And Everton, sadly, without Calvert Lewin, without a proper midfield balance, will not be able to break Wolves down. And with Wolves playing back three and Everton really trying to be defensive, I think it's written for this match to end 0-0. This is my prediction. This was my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and please keep supporting the channel, and please put your predictions in the comment section below, and we'll have a proper discussion regarding that. Thanks for watching.